Hey, how you doing, Clarksville? This is Army Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, Strike Brigade, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, and you are listening to Airstrike. Now, Airstrike is the brigade's radio show that takes the strike soldiers from the front lines and puts them right into your listening device, okay? It used to be just radio, but now you guys got your iPhones, your droids. You guys are listening on the computer at WJZM.com. You know, if you're not tuning into 1400 AM WJZM, or you can be on your smartphone listening through your app. I think they're called apps. I call them applications, but you know, the kids, they know what they're doing.
They call them apps.
Oh, apps. Oh, forget about it. You know what I mean? That's John right there, and I'll tell you what, we got some great stuff for you today. You know, in the past we've had such heroes as Sergeant First Class Greg Robinson, the first amputee to ever graduate Air Assault School. We've had the military families on here, the spouses of Strike. We've had also marathon runners of the Strike Brigade. We've talked history of the Strike, and today with this Memorial Day weekend coming up, we're going to be talking about and paying respect to our fallen Strike heroes. And then after that, we're also going to be talking to a hero within the Strike Brigade, a female soldier of Strike. She is she's with our human intelligence team over at the Strike Brigade, and we're going to get Lieutenant Brigid Calhoun in here in a little bit. And I got to tell you, you know, it's the Strike female soldier is let me tell you, it is an honor to watch them in action and complete the mission and definitely bring it to the enemy. We're going to talk to her and get all that information out of her, and not for nothing, I think she brought her mother by too, you know. So we're going to be talking about you know, the Strike parents out there. You know, we're going to get their perspective on how they feel about their Strike. She's down here visiting from Chicago, all right. And hey, you know, not for nothing, Chicago's good people. Chi-town, it's probably I think it's my 9th favorite city. So yeah, you know, it's nice. It's up there. It's in the top 10. Maybe. John, you ever been to Chicago?
No, I never have, but I'd like to go one day.
Oh, yeah? I'll tell you what, we'll go together.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll bring the cannolis.
All right.
Yeah, forget about it.
Bring a basket full.
Oh, yeah, I don't know nothing.
Blast us all the way to there.
Oh,
or at least till we get out of town, anyway.
Let me tell you, if I make it out of Chi-town alive, I'm going to be a very happy man. Yeah. That's for sure. We're going to take a quick break here, okay? And we're going to gather our stuff. And when we get back, we're going to talk about the Strike fallen heroes and how we're going to recognize them during this Memorial Day weekend. This is Sergeant Joe Padula, and you're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
They haven't played on the same team since high school. And now, these brothers patrol the Atlanta outfield together.
And the 1-2. Slow curveball. Hit high, deep, and way out of here to left field. Here comes Upton to the plate.
They are Atlanta Braves outfielders B.J. Upton and Justin Upton. And you'll only hear them play right here.
WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
Whoa, you've put on some weight.
Actually, I've lost a few pounds.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just got a big wallet.
A what?
Big Wallet instant game from the Tennessee Lottery. It just looks fat.
Well, hold on. It's just a ticket.
Not just any ticket. It's Big Wallet. I could win up to $100,000.
Oh, then you'd be sitting fat.
Are you calling me fat?
Future fat.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Big Wallet, Hot Streak. Win, win, win. New instant games that can make you rich, rich, rich. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
Phew, I am so glad that April 15th is come and gone.
Taxes?
Yeah, but have you heard about the new game from the Tennessee Lottery?
No, what?
Hot Lotto. Jackpot started $1 million and they pay the withholding tax.
No way. Withholding taxes are paid?
Hey.
Oh, how about that, tax man?
Paid in full, Uncle Sam.
Chew on that with your wooden teeth. George Washington. What? I'm sorry, that one kind of got away from me.
Play new Hot Lotto from the Tennessee Lottery. Jackpot started a cool $1 million and withholding taxes are paid. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
0, Zilch. Nothing. That's how much interest you will pay when you choose the right finance plan from Hudson. Most models of John Deere Gators, commercial Z-Track, or X700 Series Moors qualify for interest rates as low as 0% now through July 31st, 2013. Choosing the right John Deere machine is easy with the selection Hudson has to offer. Don't settle for less than the best. Superior quality equipment at the right price with the best terms is waiting for you at any of Hudson's 8 convenient locations. Visit one today or online at HudsonInc.com.
Clarksville Floor Covering has been serving Clarksville since 1961. So when it comes to carpet, hardwood floors, area rugs, and more, you can depend on Clarksville Floor Covering. Located on Spring Street or floors on Terminal Road across from the mall, you'll find the biggest selections and the best prices in Clarksville. Clarksville Floor Covering features huge selections of tile, laminates, and more. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let the experts help you today. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering, Flooring America.
Here it comes.
WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
All right, when you hear those drums going and that mix of guitar from that royalty-free music, you know that it's time for Airstrike. All right, it's again, it's Army Sergeant Joe Padula and your host of Airstrike, and yeah, we got Memorial Day weekend. Okay, today is a day where soldiers of Fort Campbell and the 101st Airborne Division are off. You know, it's called the Donza when they give us a day off, a day of no specific activity, and but you know, I got to tell you, this is a weekend where the soldiers definitely are given time to go out, go enjoy themselves, but it's also a time to reflect and look back and remember those who we served with and who served before us, who made that ultimate sacrifice. And I got to tell you, you know, coming from Strike, we definitely are no stranger to those men and women who definitely gave their all, and we appreciate everything that they have done, everything that they continue to do for us, and not only them, but their families too. Okay, we call them our Gold Star families, and we always keep them in thought and prayer, and we always keep them in the loop, because once a strike soldier, always a strike soldier, and that's not just for soldiers, but that goes for the soldier's family as well too. So. As this weekend goes on, we want you to remember to take time and take a moment and just remember those who paved the way for us. Okay, who aren't around to celebrate the holiday with us. Okay, and me personally, it will be Staff Sergeant James P. Hunter, who my boss, combat correspondent for the Strike Brigade, who died, was killed in action on June 18th, 2010. Down in Kandahar during Strike's big mission in Operation Enduring Freedom. And I still keep in contact with his family. And I got to tell you, that's some strong people right there. Yeah, I talked to, hey, yo, Patty, how you doing? All right? Yeah. You know who you are. So definitely keep in mind of our fallen brothers and sisters, okay? And yeah, with that said, hey, definitely enjoy this weekend. Make sure that you do find time to enjoy, because I got to tell you, you deserve it. Okay, you work hard, and it's time for a little downtime. And because as soon as we get back, we're going to be back up and running. Okay. But with that being said, we're going to bring in our first guest, okay, because we're talking about the female soldiers of the Strike Brigade, okay? And not for nothing, I got to tell you, you know, there is no stereotyping when it comes to Strike. There is no sexism. A soldier is a soldier, and we got sitting proof of that right here today. And that proof is called First Lieutenant Brigid Calhoun. Strike, ma'am, how you doing? All right?
I'm good, Sergeant Padula. How are you?
Let me tell you, it's great to have you here. Okay?
Thank you for having me.
No, forget about it. I was hanging out with you and your company. She is from Bravo Company, 2nd Brigade Special Troops Battalion, also known as Raptor. That's their nickname. And your company nickname is... the
Nighthawks.
The Nighthawks, yeah, absolutely. You know, and I got to tell you, what do you guys do over there at Nighthawks?
Well, we are the military intelligence company for the brigade, so we essentially serve to augment the Brigade S2 shop. My platoon specifically, which is the ISR integration platoon, serves as the fusion cell for all of the brigade intelligence.
Okay, let me. Okay, we got an audience here with that we're trying to teach along the way with the Army acronyms. You mentioned ISR. What does ISR stand for?
It stands for Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance.
Let me tell you, you people are the smart people. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've got some smart folks in there.
Yeah. She's being very humble. Bravo, Nighthawks is definitely they are considered the brains of the operation. Okay, you guys do a lot of you guys got human intelligence teams, right?
Yes.
And you guys, what we mentioned earlier is you're not sitting behind a desk all day, okay? You guys are out there, and you guys are making it happen. Like Monday, I got to hang out with you guys and do PT, physical training. Let me tell you something. My clothes are still dirty from that day. Fill us in. What do we do Monday?
Monday, our company leadership, so platoon sergeants and above, did a trail run out in Cav country, which was organized by our human platoon, especially by their platoon leader, Warrant Officer Jackson.
Yeah.
So it was about a 4-mile run through swamps and creeks and jumping over logs, crawling under logs.
Yeah,
and,
trees are knocked down, okay? And they go, you know, this tree doesn't matter. We're going over it. There's rocks in the way. But they're like, don't worry. You're just walking over it, okay? And it was pretty humid that day, too.
It was very humid. And luckily, by the time we got to the creek and had to jump in and swim across, the water actually felt pretty good. So
absolutely.
It was fun.
You can see pictures of that if you go to the Brigade Facebook page, the Strike Brigade Facebook page, all right? In the search box, you type in 2ND Brigade Strike. You'll see the black heart. You click on it. You press like. All right? You see the pictures. You'll see Warrant Officer Andrew Jackson in there. Yeah, that's his name, you know, Andrew Jackson.
Yep, like the president.
Yeah, I didn't believe it myself either. I thought you guys were messing with me, but forget about it. That's his name.
Yep, that's his name.
You'll see him in the water, and he's got this face of, forget about it, all right? So, yeah, definitely check out the Brigade Facebook page and look at some of the Nighthawk stuff on there. But, you know, you're a platoon leader?
Yes.
Okay, and let me tell you, it wasn't all guys out there doing this PT. It's not all these guys out there doing this training. You got the female soldiers out there too. I tell you, you know, could you talk about how you ladies are out there also?
Sure. Our company is one that has both male and female soldiers in it, because military intelligence, you know, anyone that has a high enough GT score for the enlisted can go in and get a job with that. So we've got a pretty even mix between both males and females in our company, and the standard's the same across the board for everything that we go out and do. So Monday, I think it was only me and then Sergeant Sarah Governale, who's in the second platoon.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was leading the way from the front when we did the last part of the run that was about 1.25 miles just straight uphill. We ran it in a formation of, you know, 2 columns, and she was in the front of one of the columns, just trucking up the hill. And
I love it.
Yeah,
and yelling at the other guys, come on, let's move, let's move.
Yep.
You can see her pictures too, all right, up on that Brigade Facebook page. Now, you know, fit to fight, okay? You and Sergeant G, you guys are definitely fit to fight people, okay? The importance of physical fitness, you know, on and off the battlefield.
Oh, definitely. And I think that's something that gets instilled in you, whether it's during your basic training or your commissioning source, wherever you come from. But for me, I definitely had a good role model for that when I first got here, and our mutual good friend, Captain Michelle Cilio.
Yes.
And she, you know, was a strike celebrity, had won a bunch of combatives tournaments, was a phenomenal runner and everything else. So I was very lucky to fall under her supervision.
Oh, we got to call her up. We're during the break, we're going to call her up. Okay, we're going to be like this. In case you haven't know, she is a strike celebrity. She is a combatives champion for the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. Okay, that means that she kicked the butts of some of the guys that she had a combatives tournament. Remember her weight class? What was it? 105?
Maybe a little closer to 120.
Yeah,
I would say, but she definitely beat up a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, she's ripped. Forget about it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we're gonna We're going to do a quick break here, okay? And yeah, we're going to get some people on the line. We're talking with the female strike soldiers of the mighty Strike Brigade, and we're talking about how they are on and off the battlefield and contributing to the mission. You know, and I'll tell you, you know, Lieutenant Calhoun. Yeah. How does it feel to be here?
It's great to be here. Yeah. I'm glad you brought your cannolis, too.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Fit to fight. Forget about it. You know what I mean? Hey, this is Sergeant Joe Padula. You're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
This is where Vincent got the chance to cross the pond so he could study universal healthcare in London, where Chris conducted amphibian research that helped him land a research assistantship tracking threatened toads through Yosemite National Park, where Claire studied breast cancer cells and built the resume required to earn a genetics research internship at Germany's internationally renowned Max Planck Institute. This is Austin Peay State University. More opportunities here, more opportunities out there.
Charter TV presents Love in HD, an audio romance, Chapter 1.
When Jackie agreed to go on a date with Dirk, the handsome new guy in town, she expected a few surprises, but this was amazing. "What's wrong?" said Dirk, confidently leaning against a ceramic panther in his bachelor apartment. "Never seen so much HD before?" "No," she confessed, biting her lip. She hadn't. Sure, back in college she dated a few guys with what she thought was lots of HD, but nothing like this. "Charter TV has over 100 HD channels," he added, "plus 1,500 HD titles on demand, and apps like Watch ESPN so you can watch live sports anytime, anywhere." "Oh, really?" she said, trying to play it cool but melting inside. "Yeah," said Dirk. "There's never been a better time to get Charter TV." Jackie knew in her heart he was right, just like she knew she wanted Charter TV.
Sign up now for just $29.99 a month when bundled. Call 855-899-CHARTER today. Some restrictions apply. See charter.com for complete details.
Have you visited Miss Lucille's? Over 130 multi-vendor booth space. What a wide variety of antiques, handcrafted items, consignment furniture, and much more they have. Located off Exit 11 in Clarksville, Tennessee on Madison Street behind Starbucks and Burger King. They're open Tuesday through Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 12 to 5. Wide aisles and family-friendly staff. 931-896-1700, 931-896-1700.
Brought back by popular demand. It's the Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale. Plus, you keep the Kia bonus cash. In Clarksville on the river. It's here. It's now. No haggle, no hassle invoice pricing on every new 2013 Kia in stock. No one saves you more. This is a limited time offer. So make the switch to Gary Matthews Kia today. New 2013 Sorrento LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. New 2013 Optima LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. It's crazy but true. And every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every credit application accepted. Hurry to Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale in Clarksville. Make the switch to save more. MatthewsKia.com. Invoice pricing ensues. Stock numbers 1342, all prices plus tax, title, and license. Cash back from Kia Motors of America. Prices include $457 processing fee. Some dealer incentives and year-end awards can affect actual invoice cost and pricing. 0% with approved credit. Ends 4/30/13.
When severe weather hits the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area, make sure to tune in to WJZM 1400 AM for all of your severe weather updates. Brought to you by the Augustine Insurance Group, Clarksville's insurance experts since 1972.
Clarksville's information station, WJZM Radio.
They are playing our song, okay? I got to tell you, you know, that's I'm going to make that my ringtone. I hope you don't mind, John. Is that okay?
Yeah. No, I don't mind at all.
I appreciate it.
It's royalty-free.
Oh, that's right. It is royalty-free. Okay. If you at home listening want to use the Airstrike theme song, you will have more than our blessing. That is for sure. You are listening to Airstrike with Sergeant Joe Padula from the Strike Brigade and 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. And we're gearing up here for Memorial Day weekend, where we take time to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for the mission. And we're also in here, we're talking to a strike celebrity, okay, Lieutenant Brigid Calhoun, a human intelligence collector with Raptor, the 2nd Brigade Special Troops Battalion. And how you doing, ma'am? All right?
I'm great. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good to see you again, all right? It was like only 8 minutes ago, you know, forget about it.
Well, I gotta see how you're still doing.
Yeah, doing pretty good. I can't wait for the cannolis that we're going to have later on, you know. I made these cannolis. The key is marsala, okay? The certain amount of marsala needs to put in the dough. And no salt, okay? Don't put salt in your cannolis, all right? Forget about it. Okay, so I'm going to, as we continue our conversation about the female soldiers in the Strike Brigade, I'm going to start reading off some of the MOSs, which is the Military Occupational Specialty. There's some of the jobs in Strike that are filled by female soldiers. Okay, you got the combat medic, right?
Yes.
You know some combat medics yourself, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, we got an entire company over at Strike, and it's called Charlie Med, Company C, 526th Brigade Support Battalion, and their ratio to male to female is pretty even. Mm-hmm. You know, tons of females, and those combat medics are on the front lines, on and off the battlefield. We had a combat medic that was killed in action during strikes toward Iraq in 2008 there, and that was Corporal Jessica Ellis. Okay, and yeah, she was killed on 11 May of 2008 in Baghdad. So yeah, you know, the ban was lifted on females in combat roles on 24 January 2013, but not for nothing, you know, the women in the military have been on the front lines or in the combat zone for a very long time, and we will always remember them for their sacrifices, such as Corporal Jessica Ellis. Okay, let's go down the list here. You know, you got your medical staff, all the resiliency teams, you know.
Right.
What's some of the other medical staff members that are out there?
Well, I know for my peers, some of the medical service officers have actually been able to go down to the battalion level to be that battalion's medical service officer. So one of my fellow lieutenants that I initially came into 526 with, Lieutenant Frances Williams, she was sent over to 4th Brigade to be one of their battalion's medical service officers, because 4th Brigade was kind of the guinea pig brigade at the 101st for placing women in those combat roles.
I don't know if you could say guinea. You might upset a few Italians. I don't know nothing.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, forget about it. But is she deployed now? 4th Brigade is currently in the process of deploying and deployed. So she's overseas right now in Eastern Afghanistan?
Yes, she was tagged to become part of their deployment team, and, you know, I've kept in touch with her a little bit since she went over there, and, you know, she loves it. She's doing a great job, and she was picked for a reason to go over there because she's a great officer and very proficient in her job. So she was a great choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you, Strike just it makes great leaders, you know. And Exhibit A is sitting down right next to me right here. Absolutely, not you, John.
I knew that.
Yeah, you're talking about my mom, right?
About a bit, absolutely. You know, I love it. Okay, as we go down the list, we got, you know, the topographers. Those are the ones who make the maps. I mean, we got a Sergeant Kimberly Cherry, who is a fantastic soldier and leader. Soldier cooks. You have many female soldier combat cooks. And we had a soldier chef on this show not too long ago, and he was telling us all of his combat experiences. These soldier cooks, okay, are sent to the front lines to cook for all the infantry.
Oh, definitely.
You know, so and he was telling us of the stories of he's cooking in full combat gear, and there's firefights going on all around him while he's flipping steaks. It was forget about it. You know what I mean? And yeah, you got the female soldier cooks out there too, making it happen. Absolutely. Speaking of which, the dining facility of the mighty Strike Brigade just won the best dining facility on post and the best Army in the field kitchen. So our combat chefs are the best in the Army. They just won that award last week. And congrats, Strike soldier chefs. You guys freaking rock. Absolutely. All right, we're going to keep going down the list here. We got supply clerks, of course, you know, vehicle mechanics, all right, weapon mechanics. These are all jobs that bring soldiers to the front lines.
Right.
You know, vehicle breaks down. Hey, guess what? There's going to be vehicle mechanics coming up to see if they can fix it. And guess what? You know, there's opportunities for females in these roles. Absolutely. Unit ministry team, our brigade chaplain is Major Chaplain Megan Hodge.
Yes.
You know her, right? Oh, she's fantastic.
She's wonderful.
She's a very personable, good conversationist, you know? Yeah.
She's got a great sense of humor, too.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome.
She's the first female Brigade Combat Team chaplain, too, in the Army. And, and of course, she sent to strike, okay? Forget about it, okay? Man, I love drinking the water over there, absolutely. All right, then you got the military interpreters, okay? Sergeant Lamisha Davis, formerly of Strike, is now in school to become a military interpreter for Hebrew, okay? And let me tell you, those are busy people sent all over the world, okay? The Tactical Explosive Detector Dog Handlers, the TEDs, the military dog handlers. And we had a Sergeant Creamer. She was assigned to Strike Brigade doing Operation Enduring Freedom 10-11 2010-2011, and she was killed January 12th 2011 while in Kandahar, assigned to Strike, and she was a military dog handler. And so again, you know, the role of females in combat has been throughout you know, the time of Strike, okay? And we remember Sergeant Creamer, and we will never forget. That is for sure, okay? We also, I mean, you keep going down the list. You got, you know, communication specialists, our S6s, okay? Those are all over the bases, sent to so many different cops, sent to the front lines. You got your unmanned aerial vehicles and systems, you know, the things that fly. Okay.
Yep, those are in my company.
There you go. Absolutely. How awesome are those things? The UAVs.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
And their platoon was actually selected to go support 3rd Battalion of the Ranger Regiment just last month in some of their training that they do to prepare for their deployments. And the challenge that was given to that platoon was that they would have to take all of their equipment off the truck, set up a runway, get the bird ready to launch within 30 minutes. Right. And with all the drills they did, the 2S platoon got it down to 24 minutes.
24 minutes.
And they just got enormous accolades from 375 saying that they were the best platoon that had been brought in to do that mission that they'd seen in a long, long time. So our company's pretty proud of them.
You know, I gotta get them some cannolis, okay?
They definitely deserve it.
They deserve some cannolis. Cannolis coming to you guys, the UAV, you gals, for the setting up in 24 minutes an entire UAV launch site. I love it. Unbelievable. We're gonna go down the list here. Continue. Welders. Okay, we got female welders. We got the chemical engineers. Okay, Sergeant Yoakum Delgado, Strike celebrity, and she called herself, her and a few others. They had a Strike Diva nickname, and she was part of the Strike Diva group. Yeah, absolutely. You know, the aviation coordinators, those Strike soldiers, you know, who coordinate with all the Air Force and all of our aviation assets, and even unit commanders and unit leaders are females here at the Strike Brigade. You know, we have Captain Phi, who got the Pathfinder's badge, and she was a company leader over in the 526. You know a bunch of company leaders, right, man?
Yes, we have First Sergeant Taylor and Charlie Company of my battalion.
Yeah, should be calling in a little bit, so we're going to contact her in just a moment. I mean, who else do you know, female-wise, and what do they do in the Strike Brigade?
Well, her previous company commander, Captain Emma Sparks.
Oh, yeah.
She was actually the S6 over in 526 when I first arrived there. So she was a primary staff officer as a female and then was able to take company command as well. So she's a phenomenal officer to get both those opportunities. It speaks
great leader and a PT stud, too. Absolutely. Who else? Who else do you know that's female Strike soldier?
Well, Captain Kathleen Barker, she took over for Captain LaForest over in 526, the S2.
The S2. So that's more intelligence. That's Army talk for intelligence. So she's running the show intelligence-wise over at Strike's BSB.
Correct. And she was another great mentor for me, so I was lucky to have two of those awesome captains that are in great shape, very competent in their jobs and just very caring, you know, looking after young second lieutenants that really don't know what they're doing when they first arrived at the unit.
Oh, you're too humble. Let me tell you, you're pretty smart people, that's for sure. Speaking of smart people, our Brigade JAG officer, okay, that's
Sanford.
Yeah, you know, she's awesome. That's our legal department, okay? And she runs that show. And guess what? Hey, you know, she's a Strike female soldier. Let me tell you. Strike is definitely a brigade that provides opportunity and position for everyone, and that's what I love about it. So we're going to go to a break here. When we get back, we're going to have on the phone a female Strike leader, a first sergeant who's been in the Army. I got to put this delicately or properly. She has many experiences within the Army, okay? She's not old. That's not what I'm saying, okay? Unbelievable. You know, you guys always put things out of proportion. But we're going to get in contact with First Sergeant Mary Ann Taylor, okay, a First Sergeant within the Strike Brigade, okay? So, hey, don't go nowhere. Listen to the commercials because they're pretty good. You know, forget about it. They talk a little funny down here, but that's all right. And, yeah, stay tuned. You're listening to Airstrike with Sergeant Joe Padula on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
Looking for a fun and easy way to jumpstart a healthy lifestyle? E-Step Wellness Center offers free weights, strength, and resistance training machines, personal trainers, as well as promoting emotional, social, and intellectual wellness. Don't wait for another year to pass you by. Get a head start on your goals today. E-Step's mission is to provide comprehensive health promotion programs for soldiers, family members, retirees, and civilians. Classes include Total Pump, Power Yoga, Belly Burn, Zumba, Turbo Kick Cycling, and much more. If you are just starting out, come talk to one of our personal trainers to help you reach your goals and put together a personalized assessment just for you. E-Step Wellness Center is located at 2270 Kentucky Avenue, inside Gate 3. For more information, call 270-798-4023 or visit our website, FortCampbellMWR.com. Come visit E-Step Wellness Center to be on your way to a healthier mind, body, and soul. Fort Campbell MWR, serving soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians.
What better gift can you give than a beautiful arrangement of flowers or a lovely plant from Franklin Street Flowers? They've been in the same location for 50-plus years. Randy Harrison and Dickie Rye have flowers for all occasions. They are a full-service florist with worldwide delivery. Say I love you with flowers from Franklin Street Flowers. Go by or give them a call at 931-647-3341. That's 647-3341.
What you got there?
Looks like a rooster, a rose, and a frog.
Frogs. I hate frogs.
Hang on. 2 frogs. 3 frogs.
What is that?
New instant ticket game from the Tennessee Lottery called Lotteria.
What's with all the frogs?
If I get 4 in a row, I win.
You win a frog?
No, I could win up to $20,000.
Come on, frog.
I thought you didn't like frogs.
I like $20,000 frogs.
Lotteria, Hot Streak, Big Wallet. Win, win, win. New instant games that can make you rich, rich, rich. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
Phew, I am so glad that April 15th is come and gone.
Taxes?
Yeah, but have you heard about the new game from the Tennessee Lottery?
No, what?
Hot Lotto. Jackpot started $1 million, and they pay the withholding tax.
No way. Withholding taxes are paid?
Hey.
Oh, how about that, tax man?
Paid in full, Uncle Sam.
Chew on that with your wooden teeth. George Washington. What? I'm sorry, that one kind of got away from me.
Play new Hot Lotto from the Tennessee Lottery. Jackpot started a cool $1 million, and withholding taxes are paid. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
With the temperature starting to warm up, it's time to get your system ready for that summer heat. Since 1979, Action Air has served the Clarksville area with fast, reliable service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you need action, there's no one else to call. Call Action Air at 647-8525 or visit them online at actionairclarksville.com. When you need action, call Action Air.
WJZM.com is where the world hears all about Clarksville. At WJZM.com, you can point and click your way to Clarksville's only local news talk sports station. At WJZM.com, you can keep up with local news and current events, link to a variety of different websites, and check the latest sports schedules and upcoming local broadcasts.
This is just too weird.
Log on and listen to WJZM.com, Clarksville's leader in local news, talk, and sports. Since 1941, Clarksville's most dependable radio station for local news, talk, sports. WJZM Radio.
All right. We are back. You are listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. I was just trying to take a selfie. Is that what they're called? With the camera phone?
With the phone, is that what you're doing?
I was trying to get a selfie of all of us so we can send it onto the Brigade's Twitter page. Which, if you go to your Twitter account, and if you don't have one, not for nothing, go get a Twitter account. Okay, it's too simple. It's the way to communicate nowadays. You know, instant gratification. Yeah, so you go to Twitter and at 2BCT, okay, and that's us. You'll see at 2BCT, you'll see the strike. You click on it, you press follow, and yeah, bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? So. Okay, we're going to talk to another strike female in the Strike Brigade, because that's our main focus on today. One of our main focuses is the strike female soldier and what they contribute to the fight and how they've been on the front lines for quite some time. So we're going to go talk to First Sergeant Marianne Taylor. First Sergeant, are you there?
Yes. Here.
Oh, absolutely. Top. Let me tell you, you sound fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, Top is a nickname for our First Sergeant in the Army for that audience. Now, First Sergeant Top, we got Lieutenant Calhoun in here also.
Hey, First Sergeant, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Absolutely. Now, First Sergeant, about yourself. How long have you been serving in the U.S. Army?
I have been in the Army for over 20 years. I actually have a break in service, so I was in for 4 years, got out, and came back in 1997, so I have a total of almost 21. I've been 21 in October.
Oh, well, let me tell you, welcome back. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Man, over 20 years?
Roger that.
Okay, I got to tell you, you know, when did you get to Fort Campbell?
I came to Fort Campbell in August of 2007.
Of August of 2007. Awesome. And it's been nonstop since, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, bada bing. Now, over at Strike, okay, what do you do over at Strike?
I am the Signal Company First Sergeant in 2BSTB.
Nice. We mentioned your MOS. We were listing off the MOS is the jobs of the Strike Brigade where females fill that role. And bam, you know, the communication, that's you guys, right, ma'am? Right,
That's
Top?
Correct.
Now,
That's correct.
Now, ma'am, she does the military intelligence, okay? You're doing the communications. Now, you're also in charge of about how many people?
Currently, I have 61 personnel in the company.
61 people fall under you. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Let me tell you, you know, I would be honored to have you as a First Sergeant. But I have First Sergeant Johnny Carter. You know Top Carter, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes, he's a very animated First Sergeant, okay? All that, you know, you hear about that drill sergeant type of personality, that is him, okay? And absolutely. But not for nothing, you run circles around him. Is that not true?
I do. Actually, I do. Cause
I've seen it, too.
Slow. He's getting old.
Yes. You see, we have proof that you run circles. Absolutely. Now, being in control, being in charge, being a female soldier, does that, you know, do some of the guys, do they go, oh, she's a female, she doesn't control me? Do you see any of that within the brigade?
No, actually, I don't see that a lot. I've been very blessed not to run into that, especially with, as far as I'm tracking, I'm the only female First Sergeant within the brigade.
Right.
But we don't, you know, my battle buddies and I, we don't really, I've not run into anything where it's like, well, she's a female, I don't have to listen to what she says. A strike soldier is a very disciplined soldier. So when I speak, they move.
That's what I'm talking
about. Issue with that.
And on top of that, you have no issues on leading the way. I mean, you know, like we mentioned, the female strike soldiers are studs. These are physical PT studs. And you're out there leading from the front, too, when it comes to your physical training and your combat training. Could you talk about some of the combat training that you guys recently have done?
Some of the training that we've recently done as far as, like, the combat PT training, is that what you're talking about?
Right, absolutely.
We just recently ran a Raptor 6 combat PT session where it put a hurting on us.
Yes,
have to make the session so that everyone gets something out of it. So we're out there flipping tires and climbing walls and, you know, climbing over generators and everything just like everybody else.
I love it.
It was a lot of fun.
Right, and these aren't like spare donut tires that you guys are flipping. These are tires off of like Humvees and MATVs, which is the multi-all-terrain vehicle, which are huge. They're like Humvees on steroids.
Yes.
Yeah, forget about it. Now, Top, a question about you and your leadership skills. Growing up in the Army, since you've been in the Army, you've invested so much time, and thank you for your service. I got to tell you, it's people like you that make people like me want to continue to serve, you know, and thank you for that. But coming along the way, how have you seen the transition of the female soldier, starting from the back in the day until now?
I've seen a lot of changes, some of them good, some of them bad.
Right.
I like the fact that the young soldiers that I'm coming up against, or not coming up against, but seeing now today are like, they're not trying to say, well, I can't do that because I'm a female. They're out there
yes.
in the front, right next to their male counterparts.
Right.
You know, they're doing the things that male, that they are to the level that they're capable of doing with that male soldier, not saying, oh, I can't do it because I'm a female, because we all have U.S. Army across our chest.
Yes.
So we have to push to do what we can do and not, you know, just fall back on, oh, I'm not able to do it, because we are capable of doing quite a few things.
Absolutely. And just like what we saw physically Monday during that hardcore PT that I got to hang out with Nighthawk. And I'll tell you, Top, before we say goodbye to you, and I'm sorry that you're not here to enjoy a cannoli. I'll bring some to your office, okay? And you know, you can burn off those calories, no problem. Forget about it. But the you guys, do you have anything coming up here that you would like coverage of as for training or anything?
Well, currently the signal company is being fielded the capability set 13, which is some really awesome. It's going to give the brigade some awesome capability as far as the network is concerned, and the
right.
entire company is fully engaged in that. So that would be something that I would love to see the Strike PAO office come and participate in.
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you, we'll be out there, Top. You just say the word and we'll be like this, oh, absolutely, you know? But
okay.
Ma'am, would you like to say anything to First Sergeant before we say goodbye to her?
I'll just comment on the Raptor 6 PT that they did a few weeks ago. It definitely was a smoker. It was very well organized, and everybody was able to participate in it. So they set the standard high for the next companies that have to organize it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, forget about it. Strike First Sergeant, always a pleasure, and thank you for listening to Airstrike, the Brigade's radio show telling the soldier's story on WJZM 1400 AM. And yeah, you know, can you come call in and maybe we'll get you in studio here soon? We'll take that as a yes. Absolutely, First Sergeant. First Sergeant Mary Ann Taylor, everyone. Thank you again for calling in. We'll get back to you later on, First Sergeant. Thank you. Absolutely. All right. Now we're, you know, ma'am, Lieutenant Calhoun, sitting with you now, okay, is somebody very special to you.
Yes.
All right. And that somebody very special to you is your mother.
Yes, one of my favorite people in the world.
Mrs. C, how you doing? All right?
Good, good.
Another beautiful day, right? And
beautiful.
And you're visiting here from Chicago.
Chicago suburbs.
Okay, let me tell you, you know, I'm glad that you're here. Okay.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you did what you had to do to raise your daughter to be such an inspiring person, because she really is a leader over at Strike. So thank you for your service. The military family is a tough gig. Tell us how being a military family, the pros and cons.
Well, my job is really pretty easy. I think the hardest job for a military family would be a spouse behind when their spouse is being deployed and they have children. That, I think, would be just a very difficult job.
Understood.
I don't know how some of them do it. I honestly don't. But, you find the strength somewhere to persevere and go on.
Right.
For us, we're very fortunate. Brigid is single. But we're looking.
Oh, you hear that?
Mom, stop.
Call in, all right. John will give out the number, all right. Call in. We'll find that military spouse for Lieutenant Calhoun. Absolutely.
But seriously,
no, thank you.
Seriously, it's not that difficult for us. You just keep the gas tank full, the credit cards handy.
Right.
And when Brigid calls, she wants us to do something, we're there. And I pray a lot.
Right.
That's easy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That is great. And you mentioned the military spouse. The Strike spouse has a slogan. It's called Strike Strong. And for reasons that you just exactly explained, because you have to be strong, to deal with that separation, to deal with all that responsibility on and off deployment. And ma'am, you just had a most recent deployment, right?
Yes, I just got back at the beginning of February.
You see that? And and here she is. She's already back in action, training hard, getting ready for her next rendezvous with Destiny. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break here, but when we get back, we're going to, the three of us, and actually the four of us, hey John, how you doing? All right?
I'm doing all right.
We're gonna eat some cannolis and talk about some of the Strike products and talk about what's going on here in Strike. All right, so stick around. You're listening to Airstrike with Sergeant Joe Padula on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
I love your show, man. Love it.
Clarksville in Review is Clarksville's favorite way to spend Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. exclusively on WJZM Radio and WJZM.com for Clarksville in Review. Hear interviews on the latest news and current events on Clarksville in Review. Clarksville's only news talk sports station is WJZM Radio, and Clarksville in Review features the news and the newsmakers live in studio.
I think the speaker was very specific in her demands that we stay on task. Again, my concern was the speed. We just didn't have time to vet some of the issues that we should have. And when a bill of substance is presented near the end of session, you just don't allow yourself time to fully discuss it. All those things contributed to us being able to get out quickly.
Clarksville in Review, only on WJZM Radio and WJZM.com.
Gary Matthews Motors, Clarksville's Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep dealer down by the river. They are the area's low-price dealer. Buy with confidence with Gary Matthews' low-price guarantee. Go by and see Mark Blick and his staff and see what they can do for you, or check out their inventory online at GaryMatthewsMotors.com. Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep, it's all at Gary Matthews Motors across from the new marina in Clarksville.
Why are more business owners switching to charter business?
Our family practice is growing. Charter business gives us the extra bandwidth we need to support the additional staff and all their devices.
In retail, every penny counts. Getting better internet and phone service for less money really helps.
In the time it used to take me to download one file, I can download 10. That's better productivity.
Switch to charter business today and get the fastest business internet for the price. An unbelievable 30 megabits per second for just $55 a month when bundled.
They link my business phone, my cell phone, and my home phone.
We're streaming video lessons at speeds 15 times faster than DSL.
Now I have TV in my salon. You can't even get TV from the phone company, right?
As an attorney, I like that charter business doesn't have contracts.
We count on charter business every single day.
Monday, Tuesday,
Thursday, Friday.
Your company has everything to gain and nothing to lose, so why won't you switch?
Internet speeds up to 30 megabits per second for just $55 a month. Another way charter business powers your company's everyday victories. Call 855-282-FAST today. Restrictions apply. Visit charterbusiness.com/offer for details.
I'm a regular. I'm no tourist. I'm a local. So give it to me local. The hashtags and the headlines so I can get it and go or stop and take it all in. And I want it all delivered wherever I go. The local teams and scores? Yes. Watchdog journalism thanks to more feet on the street? Yes. What happens in my town? Yes.
We are the Leaf Chronicle. All things Clarksville on all your devices 24/7. Subscribe today at theleafchronicle.com.
Give it to me local.
Visit our friends at Clarksville Tire Center, formerly Ratchford Auto Truck and Service Center. They service both commercial and residential customers. Clarksville Tire Center specializes in tires that fit almost all type vehicles, cars, trucks, farm equipment, even your riding lawnmower. They have all of your quality tire brands. They're located at 129 Terminal Road. That's right across the street from Governor Square Mall off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. Clarksville Tire Center can take care of all of your needs. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine with reasonable prices. They also do brake work and can turn your rotors. Visit Barbara Ratchford and her staff at Clarksville Tire Center on Terminal Road, or give them a call at 931-648-2769. That's 648-2769, Clarksville Tire Center.
Since 1941, serving the public interest. WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
All right, and you know, you heard the royalty-free music, so it's cannoli time. Okay, it's
all right.
Cannoli time here at Airstrike, the Brigade radio show for the Strike Brigade, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. And it is my honor and my privilege, Sergeant Joe Padula, to bring the today's heroes right into your radio dial. Or I'll tell you what, it's more than just radio today. Listening devices. We got people listening on the phones. We got people listening live on the computer. We got people listening on podcasts. It's unbelievable. You know, technology. It's forget about it. Okay, but as long as you guys are listening, we're going to keep telling you about the Strike Soldier story. But while we do it, we're going to be eating cannolis. Here, Lieutenant Calhoun, have a cannoli there. There you go. Okay, Mrs. C, have a cannoli there. Oh, forget it. No, thank you. Are you kidding me?
Where are the napkins?
Oh, the napkins? Oh, they're in your palms. You know what I mean? They're called fingers. Here, all right. And John, here, John just went to go grab some napkins. Thanks, John. You're the man. Absolutely. And hold on, look at that. And I'm gonna grab one.
Thank you.
And then
oh, they're delicious.
Yeah, isn't that good? Okay. Now, oh, John, let me tell you. Oh. He's wearing his camouflage shorts today, too, in honor of Airstrike. We appreciate that. And, of course, please have a cannoli, all right? Oh, forget about it. Let me tell you. All right. So while we crunch down on some cannolis here, I'm on the Brigade Facebook page. Okay? Oh, yeah. Oh. Let me tell you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? That's about 230 calories of just good times. You know what I mean?
That's why we did the trail run Monday.
That's right. This is why we need to do such hardcore PT, just so we can have a cannoli once in a while. Absolutely. All right. So the Brigade Facebook page. Now, Lieutenant Calhoun, are you a fan of the Brigade Facebook page?
Yes, I hit the like button.
You did hit the like button,
and I just followed the Twitter page.
The Twitter page at Strike BCT. So now you're following Strike on Twitter. Okay, you like them on Facebook. All right, we're working on the Instagram. Forget about it. All right, Strike is going with the technology. Now, what do you like about the Strike page?
It keeps everybody up to date on different events. You know, I know you post the defect menus on there, which is helpful for people that want to plan out where they're going to eat. All the Eagle Fitness challenges. Yeah. Usually hear about those on the Facebook page.
All the pictures, all the videos. Okay, they're all available.
Yep.
I'm sorry, this cannoli is so
videos.
good. Okay,
translating here.
It's all. Hold on, let me take a moment to swallow the cannoli. All right, it takes a great deal of work to keep the near 15,000 people on our Strike Brigade Facebook page up to date. But it is an honor to post all the videos, all the pictures, and all the Strike messages to you, the following audience. And same thing with the Strike Twitter, which is pretty new. Okay, at Strike BCT. Okay, and yesterday there was a big road march, and there was a picture taken and sent right up there, and you could see exactly what the Strike Brigade is doing right now. Okay, through the Strike Twitter. Okay, we just took a picture here at the studios, and we're going to send that up, and that's going to be, bam, Strike is on the air right now. Tweet. Bada bing.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Mr. C, how's that cannoli, all right?
Wonderful. Just wonderful. No calories, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, forget about it.
I got the one with no calories.
Yeah. Calories, I don't know nothing. Oh, man, I think mine took extra calories from you, you know?
They're delicious.
Oh, no, I'll tell you, it's an artwork, and this is my father's recipe, too, so, yeah, pretty good. Hey, Pop Dukes, kudos to you, all right?
Yeah, genetics, right?
Yeah, genetics. There we go.
There's your word for the day.
Yeah, genetics, absolutely. John, how's your cannoli, all right?
No, it's good. Yeah, it's very good.
Absolutely. Now, also coming up, if you guys got the military channel, okay, you guys want to DVR, okay? I don't know what that stands for. We do acronyms all the time. I don't know what that one. Digitally video record?
Something like that.
Oh, look at that guess. Forget about it, all right? Okay, DVR your cable box there to military channel for June 4th, okay? And military channel's Warrior POV, okay? And it's a show about Strike in Kandahar and the great things that they did. Hold on, let me take a bite. And it's about the great things that the Strike Brigade did down in Kandahar. And I got to tell you, they used a lot of my helmet camp footage that when I was running around on the battlefields down there. So you'll get a point of view perspective of first person right there, what it's like to be in the middle of firefights in Kandahar, in Taliban's homeland. So make sure you digitally video record, DVR, your military channel on June 4th for Warrior POV. Absolutely. Okay. Also, if you watch the History Channel, they're going to be rerunning the Top Gear versus Strike episode. Okay, that's where the show Top Gear came down and filmed with Strike. Okay, let me tell you, Strike is on the it's on the media mainstream. It's going to be a hometown name. Make sure that you make it your hometown name first. All right, the Strike, the Black Hearts. All right, and okay, we're going to start wrapping it up here. Ma'am, Lieutenant Brigid Calhoun, how you doing, all right?
Still doing great, even better now that I got one of your cannolis.
Absolutely, and thank you. Thank you for everything, for being down here, all right?
Oh, not a problem. It was our pleasure.
Telling your story. Mrs. C?
Thank you for having me. This was quite a surprise. I thought I was just coming down for a visit.
Yeah.
So
whenever you come to Strike, it's never just a visit. It's a
visit and a cannoli.
Bada bing. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh. Absolutely?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll take it. John, always a pleasure. Thank you for everything. And you are listening to Airstrike. Make sure you stick around here on Fort Campbell Fridays, WJZM 1400 AM. I'm Army Sergeant Joe Padula. Thanks for checking us out. And remember, every Fridays from 1 to 2, check out Airstrike. Absolutely.
WJZM Radio and WJZM.com is where Clarksville hears the news. If it's going on in Clarksville, it's on WJZM Radio and at WJZM.com. Since 1941, WJZM Radio has been Clarksville's broadcast leader for local news, sports, and current events. Depend on WJZM and WJZM.com to hear what's going on in Clarksville. If it's news, you'll hear it on WJZM Radio and WJZM.com. Clarksville's information station is WJZM Radio and WJZM.com.